Welcome to Big Daddy Sports. I'm your host, Big Daddy.
Help me, Jenkins.
We're back at it once again with the hot topics. Let's jump right in it. This first segment is called Hypocrites or Us, because this is how the media does. The Falcons, if they win, so what? The Saints aren't that great. And if they lose, they aren't ready for the playoffs. That's how we going to treat them. Which side are you falling on?
They win, so what? They gonna get to the playoffs, and they gonna lose the first round like they've done 3 out of the past 4 years.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's not like they can fix that playoff thing right now.
Matt Ryan is like Tony Romo right now. Matt Ryan, you get into the playoffs, and you ain't getting out of the first round. You getting bye weeks and extra time.
Is it Matt Ryan's fault? Is it Matt Ryan's fault that Aaron Rodgers came in their building and torched the defense? Is it Matt Ryan's fault that there was a fumble against the Cardinals that year?
Let's be real. People lose. It's the quarterback or it's the coach.
No. Not when your defense give up 40. That ain't the quarterback. Now, when your offense when you can only score 2 points against the Giants, okay, Matt Ryan has some culpability. But on them other losses, that's not on him. It's too early to say he can't win a playoff game. He just came up with hard luck. He gonna have a bye week. I just think we hypocritical because if they lose, they're going to be like, see, the same old Falcons. And if they win, we'll be like, well, it don't matter. It does matter. 11-1 is hard in this league.
The Super 14-2, first round playoffs out.
They were 13-3, but okay.
But look, I ain't looking at that. I'm looking at, can y'all win in the playoffs? Go to the Super Bowl.
Well, they can't win in the playoffs in November.
Look.
So it's about right now. And right now,
proven right now before.
Right now, they might be the best team in the NFC. Nets, Cowboys. We're hypocrites because if they beat the Eagles, oh, it's just the Eagles. But if they lose, same old sorry Cowboys. If they win this game, guess what? They still in the playoff hunt.
What?
I didn't say they make it. I said mathematically they still in it.
Okay. Still in the hunt. Look, when you look at screens and they be like, look who's in the hunt. And you be like, they ain't gonna make it. We look at the Cowboys like, they ain't gonna make it. Who the heck cares about the Cowboys right now? Who cares about the Eagles right now? The person that's gonna take Andy Reid's job and the person who's gonna take Jason Garrett's job. No one else really cares. I care less who wins out of either one of these
I don't think Jason Garrett's gonna get fired, but that's just me. Next up, again, media hypocrites. If the Jets beat the Cardinals this week, well, the Cardinals suck and it don't matter. But if the Jets lose to the Arizona Cardinals, we'll be calling for Rex Ryan's job. This is a I don't care game, but it's a must-win game if you're Rex Ryan. You lose this game, you're out.
It's another team. Y'all go right there with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Who's looking for who job? Rex, you might get an extra year if they fire Tannenbaum.
They fired Tannenbaum gone.
So Rex, you might get an extra year. But what does it matter? We got a rookie quarterback in Arizona Cardinals who ain't producing, who ain't doing nothing. I got announcers on the game talking about he's looking good, he's gonna make that throw every time. You ain't seen this boy throw before. Hush. This ain't doing nothing. The Cardinals ain't doing nothing. The Jets ain't doing nothing.
Loser of that game. Coach, look, Wisenhunt saved his job last year by winning late. He need to do it again. Rex, same thing. Somebody need to win late if they trying to keep jobs. I think both of them going to be gone personally. Next up, in or out. Very simple. Are these teams going to make the playoffs? They're going to be on the outside looking in. First up, the Chuck Strong Colts. Are they going to be in or out?
I got them in. They're going to finish 9-7 and get a wild card spot.
What's funny right now is if they started right now, they match up against Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. That's an interesting football game. I also have them in. Next up, Bucks, in or out?
8-8. They finishing 8. I got them out. Maybe in. If Atlanta rests last week, they can finish 9-7. They can make it in.
I got Tampa Bay in. I like what I'm seeing from this team. They're improving week to week, and I like Josh Freeman. And when you got a quarterback who ain't scared in the fourth quarter, that can take you places. I got Tampa Bay in. Steelers, in or out?
Out. They finishing 8-8.
Wait. You counting out Mike Tomlin? Look.
I'm counting out Big Ben. I'm counting out this defense that's not his former self. I'm counting out if Ben gets hit again, we got Charlie Batch going in because Leftwich is still hurt.
I just asked the question. I'm counting out them running backs who had 11 fumbles. That's what I'm counting out. And, you know,
they naming new running backs. That fool fumbled too. Like,
when your quarterback go down, other parts of your team need to step up. The running game was a no-show. But then the wide receivers got, look, you just get locked down by Cleveland. I mean, you know, and I know Antonio Brown didn't play, but I need Mike Wallace and the rest of the
first game.
I need him to show up bigger than that. But I got the Steelers in.
Oh, okay.
I trust Mike Tomlin.
Guess what? First round, they gonna get Tebow like last year.
Hey, but that's still in. Look. Next up, Vikings, in or out?
Out.
You know what? I got them out, but here's the bigger problem. There's another year, pondered and played all the games, and you still don't know if he's your quarterback. That's a problem. You have no answer for what that kid is. Adrian Peterson is a monster. Percy Harvin has played well this season, better than he's played any time in his career. But they need another wide receiver, and they still may need a quarterback, which is horrible if you're a Vikings fan. Next up, you already told me how you feel about the boys. I know you got the boys out.
6-10 out.
You got them losing out?
No, that's winning one against the Eagles. 6-10.
Look, I got the boys out because they'll find a way to get themselves out. But they're going to keep it interesting because, you know, the Cowboys just can't fall off the map. They got to keep you watching. Next up, are the Skins going to make the playoffs?
9-7 in.
The Skins are going to make the playoffs.
I like how they playing right now.
I have news for you. The Skins are not going to make the playoffs, and here's why. Green Bay or Chicago is going to win the division. The loser of that division is a wild card. The only other wild card, I got you Tampa Bay. You said Tampa Bay is not in. I got Tampa Bay in. You got the Skins in. We'll see. Next up, Cincinnati. In or out? Now, obviously, I got them out because I got the Steelers in. What about you? You got them out?
I got them in. I think I like the way they're playing lately. I think they can win out, maybe lose one game, and still get in.
Defense playing well. Quarterback's been up and down. He's kind of had a minor sophomore slump this year, you know. But I like Andy Dalton overall. I just don't think they're going to take it from the Steelers. By some miracle of God, he won the picks again. Let's not get over happy about that. That's 2 weeks in a row.
I'm winning out. I'm winning out.
That's 2 weeks in a row. This is 13th week of the season. Get out of here with that garbage.
Look, I'm winning out.
New Orleans and Atlanta.
Atlanta. I don't like the way New Orleans struggled last week against the 49ers.
That ain't their fault. When you tell the San Francisco 49ers that a team can't run, that pass rush is ferocious, and Drew Brees and them found out last week. I got Atlanta winning in a close one. It wouldn't shock me if New Orleans won, but for psyche purposes, Atlanta needs this game. Jacksonville at Buffalo.
I got Jacksonville. I like how Chad Henne and Justin Blackman are connecting lately. Keep it going.
Your boy Fitzpatrick. I don't even know what to say about him. We got Stevie Johnson saying Fitzpatrick needs to call the plays. They bench Fred Jackson. C.J. Spiller having a solid year. But that defensively they not doing nothing. I'm going with Jacksonville. Seattle or Chicago?
Got Seattle.
Are you serious?
I got Seattle.
Didn't I tell you last week they don't go on the road? And they went to Miami and they lost.
Fairly.
But Miami ain't in the playoff team and they lost. And then they're going to go to Chicago now. They're going to give Chicago some trouble because of their pass rush. Irving, who everybody said should have been drafted in the first round, is balling. And the rest of that front seven is balling. But Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall to find a way.
Look. My thing is, what I'm seeing in Chicago the past 2 weeks, they getting tired. They getting old and they getting tired. Marshawn Lynch running in that second half. Go tire this team out. Russell Wilson only got a complete couple.
He might get his numbers, but you mean to tell me Julius Peppers and company ain't gonna harass Russell Wilson?
Man, I'm saying.
You think Golden Tate is gonna outplay Peanut Tillman? Is that what you telling me? Sidney Rice is gonna make plays? Not enough to win. I'm going with Chicago. Indianapolis and Detroit. Detroit should have won last week. The ref stole one from them.
I'm gonna go with Detroit. I think Detroit.
You know what?
The season over, really.
I'm going with Indy because Indy needs this type of win to get into the playoffs. So Indy needs to go ahead and grab this game. Go with Indy. Minnesota at Green Bay. Green Bay. Houston at Tennessee.
Houston.
They still gonna give up 300 yards passing, and as quiet as it's kept, your boy Chris Johnson is averaging 4.9 yards the rest of the season. He gonna get his yards too, but I'm taking Houston. Carolina at Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yo, Romeo Cornell know how to configure a defense to stop an all-star. He'll let a little rookie, amateur score all on him, but he prepares for an all-star.
I agree with you. Cam gonna struggle. However, on the other side is Brady Quinn, and as bad as Carolina's defense is, I don't think they letting Brady Quinn have a good day. Brady good for 2 picks. One of them a pick 6.
Cam is too. And the thing is, with Kansas City defense, they pick 6s.
I'm taking Carolina. Next up, Frisco at St. Louis. Frisco. St. Louis fell off the map. New England at Miami.
New England.
New England.
Tom Brady can be benched. New England.
New England. Arizona at Jets.
Arizona. Yo,
nah.
I think Arizona wants it more.
I got the Jets.
Yo,
I got the Jets. They not gonna let some rookie quarterback come in there and cause that kind of trouble.
Why not? They let Tebow do last year.
Tebow wasn't a rookie. Tampa Bay at Denver. Denver. Cincinnati at San Diego.
Cincy. Go with him. Phillip Rivers. You know you got faith in Phillip.
Cincy. Cleveland at Oakland.
Cleveland.
You know, I want to go with Cleveland, but see,
this is something about the black hole.
This thing with Oakland.
The black hole.
Oakland will play horrible and then show up just one game. That game ain't gonna show up. I got Oakland winning this game.
Oakland and Buffalo about to be voted off the NFL Heisman.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Pittsburgh.
But hold on. Baltimore beat them in Pittsburgh, and now Pittsburgh's coming where Baltimore doesn't lose.
I'm just picking Pittsburgh. Philadelphia at Dallas.
Dallas.
You know, ain't no reason to pick the Eagles. Just Dallas.
Look, if this day one, they gonna win. They gonna lose the rest, but they gonna win this one.
Giants at Washington.
Washington. I'm not gonna let one all-star Eli Manning. It was a great game. Good job, Eli. I mean, y'all showed up and showed out, but there's still inconsistency there. I'm going Washington.
You know, every time I say RG3 ain't ready, he show up. I'm going with Washington on this game. Fantasy. This is what I got for you this week. You know, it's crunch time. Fantasy playoffs are starting. You got to make the subtle moves that's going to get you points. Subtle move. Chad Henne has been solid for the Jags. He's going to get you some points. Buffalo's defense is horrible. So Chad Henne could get you 15 to 20 points easily. Blackman starting to come along. Mercedes Lewis playing. If you need a quarterback, Chad Henne.
On a side note, Blaine Gabbert, I think your career is done. Chad Henne comes in 2 games and do what you couldn't do the whole rest of the season.
At best, career backup. Also, Romo, love him or hate him, he puts up numbers. And on this Eagles defense, whoo! If you got him, get him, play him. Romo should have a big week. And then, like I told you earlier, Cam Newton is going to struggle versus Kansas City. If they held Peyton Manning down, what they going to do to the young Mr. Cam Newton? Who you got fantasy?
You probably got Brandon Wheaton as your backup. Put him in against Oakland. He going to score you some points. 300, 400 yards, 2-3 touchdowns. Put him in. Colin Kaepernick versus St. Louis. They going to start letting him throw more. Alex Smith, your time has come. And Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, the law firm versus San Diego's poor rush defense. Pat.
I don't like that last one, but whatever. NBA, here we go. Your boy, D'Antoni bench Pau Gasol last week. They asked him why he bench him, because I was trying to win the game. So, to me, the writing's on the wall. Do you trade Pau Gasol?
No. Pau Gasol is suffering from tendonitis. He's still playing, of course. He wants to play. He wants to help win. But right now,
Pau Gasol suffering from tendonitis. Pau Gasol suffering from not getting the ball in the post. That's what he's suffering from. Look, he is not a regular jump shooter. He can stretch the defense. But Pau Gasol is a big man with a post game. And your boy D'Antoni don't like post players. Look, that's the bottom line.
That is a contributing factor. Another thing is, I don't think anything should be touched on this team until Nash is back.
No, I agree. You don't know what you have. You don't know what you have.
D'Antoni's general comes back and starts running this defense.
But look, what's happening? I told you when they made this happen, that team can't run the way he admitted. Pau Gasol can't run. It's not good for Kobe to be running like that. Better World Peace shouldn't be running like that. He got to adjust his system. I don't know what the Lakers was thinking about. Mike Brown told you press their offense in the offseason. Y'all let him do it 5 games in. Then you go get D'Antoni knowing what offense he runs. It's like, oh, our players don't match up. Duh. And then now, the only person you have to make a move with is Powell. But oh, let us not forget, the elephant in the room, if y'all don't get this together, Dwight Howard walks away and you get no compensation for it. So they need to figure this out before the trade deadline, because if not, you got to trade Dwight Howard to try to get something back in return. LA could be a mess.
Look, y'all get this together, approaching mid-season. Y'all might even be 4th, 5th, even 6th. If y'all 8th seed, I think
gonna be no 8th seed.
If y'all get it together, y'all can still do big things in the playoffs, as far as the Western Conference Finals is concerned.
Whatever. You must ain't been watching OKC play. Not speaking of OKC, last night, poor James Harden.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
I watched this debacle unfold. First of all, he tried to guard Kevin Durant. I don't know what message he was trying to send. Durant took him right to the block and just worked on him. But then, offensively, no rhythm, no nothing. And then his boy, Jeremy Lin. What happened to Jeremy Lin? What happened to Lin Saturday from last year? You know, put out an APB for the only Asian point guard in the NBA because he is lost. I don't even know what to say about that man.
They not starters. And Lin was cool as a starter when you have a great supporting
D'Antoni system.
Supporting cast.
And the cast wasn't great. D'Antoni's system allowed him to do some stuff, and he got some wide open looks because nobody knew who he is. There's a scouting report on him now. He ain't got no left hand. He can't create off the dribble. That kind of stuff, and people are locking him up. Last night, OKC locked up James Harden, and that is going to be the scouting report from here on out. Take away his spacing. Don't let him try to create. Boy, he looked bad last night.
You do not have to fear the beard.
But it's only one game. I'm not saying, he's still going to average 20 points a game, but last night he looked bad. Amari Stoudemire came out and said he's willing to come off the bench. Do you try to trade Amari to see what you can get for him, or do you let him come off the bench?
I let him come off the bench. Because
that's a chemistry problem waiting to happen.
I let him come off the bench. When Tyson Chandler's in, when he's in with Tyson Chandler or Carmelo, there's no chemistry there. But Carmelo and Tyson Chandler and the rest of the team are getting it done. Let him come off the bench. He's still going to give you some solid points. If he attempts to play defense,
if his attitude is right and he can be a real 6-man, and you can put him in there with real second units, all of a sudden, you got Jason Kidd, Rasheed Wallace, and Amari Stoudemire. That's a nice second unit versus the average NBA second unit. And then if he can figure out how to be on the floor without causing problems, it don't mean he can't be on the floor in the fourth quarter. I just don't believe the hype. Amari Stoudemire had an ego problem here. He had an ego problem when Melo came to New York, and I still think he has an ego. He's talented, but his body breaks down easy. I don't think he's the player he used to be.
Suck it up. Look, you would be the 6th man of the year. Next 2-3 years, that could be your trophy. But look, you're not a starter anymore. You're not. Be a solid man.
And also, this quiet as it kept, as a general manager, it's hard for me to pay $19 million to come off the bench.
But let's be real.
$19 million sitting on the bench?
Let's be real. I think Amari is being, conscious of what's going on. Because if you get traded, you go into a second team and your career over pretty much. You're going to be a journeyman.
I agree with that. If he gets traded,
that's it. So
he's going to be the Washington Wizards.
We sorry.
Washington won their first game last night. Maybe that's the start of a run. But you know what? That's the end of the show. That's all we got for you. Hit us up on Twitter at BigDaddie6.
Like LB Jenkins and Light Bright J.
Good luck to the Wizards the rest of the way. Have a good one.
Anybody wanna go with me? Anybody wanna go with me? I'll be with mine. I'm going after what's mine. Anybody wanna go with me? Anybody wanna go with me? No more.